Hey everyone, Aaron here with a fresh new gig log. And you're probably sitting there wondering, Aaron, you got a gig today? Why are you still in bed with the thermometer in your mouth? It's because I'm fucking sick. Yep, today is going to be a first for me. This is going to be my first wedding ever that I'm doing sick. Now, before y'all freak out, it's not the Rona, okay? I'm cleared. Remember when people just used to get sick? I think this is definitely one of the disadvantages to being a single op. When you're sick, you gotta buck up and go do it. I'm actually having fantasies that my bride texts me and says, "Hey Aaron, we decided to postpone the wedding. It's okay. Go back to bed. Keep the money." That's not happening. Oh, Jesus. I had a backup plan. In case I did have Rona, I would have some DJ friends in the area that I was gonna send to do the gig. But since it's not, I'm gonna do it. All right, stop bitching, Aaron. Get to work. Gotta show some love for your boy here. I told you I was sick and it's raining everywhere too. Didn't get any shots of me setting up because the place that they have me was leaking. So there was water everywhere. So I had to find a spot where I could set up where I wasn't gonna get wet, and I am wet. I'm wet. I'm so wet, and I'm green because of my fucking umbrella, sorry. Preceding music's gonna happen in about 30 minutes. The ceremony is kind of still outside with like a vines kind of a roof. So I'm gonna use my umbrella here to cover my S1 Pro, and I'm gonna use my Denon Prime Go and just run a corded mic out there just to, I don't want my mic getting wet. Anyways, warm bed. That's all I'm thinking about. I got a wedding to do. You guys know how it is. Here we go. Not much to report. They wanted this to be a wedding that had no camera, so I wasn't able to shoot anything at the ceremony. You see my hair right now? Flat. I've been soaking wet since this thing started. Some of these weddings are just like that, you know? You're just gonna get wet. I saved my gear, though, which is a good thing. Didn't let any of my gear get wet. We're getting started here. Gonna be doing the Grand March just a little bit, and then dinner service just starts at 7. So everything's starting a little bit later than I'm used to. I don't know, maybe we'll get dancing going around 8:30, and last song's at 11. And then I can get home and get into bed.
It's time. Get up on your feet. Get up on your feet, everybody. Make some noise for our VIPs this evening. The newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Dancer. Our newlyweds, everybody. Everybody, let's get into it. Get stoked.
And it's Monday, everybody. I've got my Monday hat on, which means I've been doing some reflecting on this weekend. As you can probably tell in my voice, I still got a little bit of the sickness in me. I was home for 3 days trying to rest up, and anytime I felt like a cough was coming, I was like Dennis Reynolds.
If I found myself getting sick, I would simply say, "Sickness be gone!"
By the way, I'm fully blaming my wife. You know why? Because she insisted that we had sex. And when we did, I got sick. So I got all Southern Baptist on her. Jehovah is putting his curses on us because we done fornicate on the Lord's Day. The Lord's Day? We had sex on a Tuesday. Woman, every day is the Lord's Day. How could we be fornicating? We're married. We wasn't fornicating. until you decided it was a good idea to start kissing peckers. Kissing peckers? Kissing peckers on the Lord's Day. And as a result of that, I done got a runny nose. I done get that fever like the fire pits of hell. I hope I leave that in. I'm gonna have to post that before my wife sees it. Alright, I was sick, so what? I know I was being kind of a baby. But do you remember what I said? I'm actually having fantasies that my bride texts me and says, "Hey Aaron, we decided to postpone the wedding." I am really glad that that didn't come true. And here's 3 reasons why I'm so glad I played sick. The first one is that at the end of the night, I was added onto the venue's preferred vendor list. And what's great about this is that it's like 12 minutes away from my house. And it's a really, really dope place. Second reason why I'm glad I played is that I met this awesome photographer and her assistant, and they ended up giving me a shout out on Instagram. And as a result of that, my Instagram account like kind of exploded. It grew. And it gave me an idea. Like that was a really cool thing that they did. I want to start doing that for the vendors that I work with as well. Like kind of listing off everybody I work with on Instagram, give them a big shout out. The venue, the photographer, the videographer, any of that. Just do shout outs on an Insta story. And basically you're just building that relationship, and they might re-blast it, and if they have a bigger following, boom, you're gonna be in people's eyes. The third reason is I got a Google review, guys, the day after the wedding. Here's how it played out. On Sunday, I was on Insta, and like everybody was from the wedding was posting stuff on stories, and the bride was, and I kind of posted my picture, which I'll put here so you can kind of see. This was a really cool candid picture that got caught. What was happening is I was noticing that there was a lot of action going on about this wedding that just happened, especially from the bride. So I thought, why don't I just send her an email right now? I was like, hey, I know we're all still buzzing from the wedding, and I wanted you to know I had so much fun. 2 minutes later, it was done. I was like, oh my gosh, fastest review ever. Super cool. Here's the deal. If you're sick, you know, if you're just like super sick, like don't go with if you're spewing out of both ends. Nobody wants you there with like, we need to get the DJ another bucket. But you know, if you got a little bit of a sniffles and a runny nose and a little bit of a cough, which that was the thing that was the most paranoid about, is coughing during the ceremony, especially now. Everybody's so like, what the fuck was that? You know what I mean? Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I am loving just the interaction, meeting you guys on Instagram or from my YouTube comments. Keep them coming. It's so much fun. If you like this and you like me, then you know what to do and just do that shit.